Bonjour, mes amis. Je suis le Logic Canadien, and welcome to the filler video for Friday. So, you guys saw yesterday I did the predictions for the Pro Bowl because kind of fuck it because I don't care. But this week we're gonna be talking about a legendary player that recently just announced his retirement. Tom Brady. Tom Brady, we have no doubt, is one of the best, if not the best, quarterback in NFL history. He holds the record for passing yardage. He holds the record for passing touchdowns and a bunch of other fucking records that he holds, as well as being a 14-time Pro Bowler and a 7-time Super Bowl champion, as well as a 3-time NFL MVP. So what I thought I'd do, and to commemorate the career of Tom Brady, I would like to go over his career stats. Now, for the premise of this video, I'm only gonna make it clear the only stats we're talking about are completions, basic games played, passing attempts, games played, completion on attempts, touchdowns, interceptions, and rating for that year. No completion, well, maybe completion percentages too, but we're gonna that. But you know it's time. You know it's time. It's Benchwarmer Brew time. It's Benchwarmer Brew time. It's time to get your coffee and your t-shirts and your mug. Get the Under QB blend. Get the 5 points. I fucking hate my life. Well, just go to benchwarmerbrew.com and get your fucking coffee, t-shirt, and mugs. I don't know why the hell I did what I did, but so we'll start in his rookie year 2000. Basically, he's coming out of the 6th round, 199th overall pick by the Patriots, and we all know the infamous story by Patriots owner Robert Kraft, basically saying, "Mr. Kraft, I'm Tom Brady. I'm the best choice this organization has ever made." We'll see if he lived up to that. So it's also worth noting that every single season he played, he obviously wore number 12 because all fucking course. So let's start in 2000. He only got to go in one game, but did not start. And now he completed one pass on 3 attempts, honestly for like a 1/3 completion percentage, and that was for 6 yards. Basically, just like a one and done type of thing. It's not like anything serious. But his real break came in 2001. That one was because of a certain injury to Drew Bledsoe that would forever change the course of New England Patriot football history. So in 15 games played, in 14 in which he started, he went 11-3-0, completed 264 passes out of 413 attempts for a 64% completion rate. He completed a total of 2,843 yards for 18 touchdowns and 12 interceptions, with a QB rating that year of, I guess, right here, of 86.5. So not a bad year. Like, he gets a bounce back year, and this was the year he got the Patriots to the Super Bowl. In the playoffs, he started all 3 games the Patriots played, went 60-for-97 with a completion rate of 62%, 572 total yards, a touchdown, and a pick. I'm serious, like just one each, with a QB rating of 77.3. But it doesn't matter because that helped the Patriots win the Super Bowl. Pretty damn good start for his career. In the 2002 season, Tom Brady once again suited up for the Pats. He started every single game from here on out up until 2008. We'll get to why. In the 16 games, he went 9-7. He completed 373 passes on 601 attempts for just a little over 62% completion rate. He threw a total of 3,764 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions with a QB rating of 85.7. Now, this did not get the Patriots into the playoffs, as they did miss out Basically, they were not given a chance to defend their Super Bowl crown. But it is what it is. We can't win them every year, right? The 2003 season, Brady once again started every single fucking game that the Patriots could. This season, he went 14-2-0, completed 317 passes off of 527 attempts for 60% completion rate. He also threw for 3,620 passing yards, 23 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions, which is actually pretty damn good from the year before. And he also had a QB rating of 85.9. It's really just 0.2 of a spot up. But in the playoffs, Brady improved significantly from his last time around, going again 3-0 in the playoffs, throwing 75 for 126 for a completion rate of 59.5%. He did throw 5 touchdowns and 2 interceptions en route to another Super Bowl. By the way, the QB rating for that playoff was 84.5. So he is basically improved and helped New England to their second Super Bowl championship. Not bad. So now 2 Super Bowls in 3 years for Tom Brady. And I'm talking about in terms of a starter. In the 2004 season, make sure I'm fucking reading this right because I don't want to fucking say the wrong to him thing. 2004 season. Okay. So the 2004 season, Brady once again obviously took the mound for the Patriots. Again, he started every single game. He once again went 14-2-0. So the second consecutive season, I don't think I've ever seen him do that, but he'd have plenty more of it. So in that second 14-2-0 season, he completed 288 passes off of 474 attempts for a total of 60.8% completion. With that, he got a total of 3,692 passing yards, 28 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions, with a QB rating that year of 92.6. So at this point, you can start to see an upward trend in Brady's production. Brady is improving, and the Patriots are fucking loving it. All right. In the playoffs, again, Brady shined. Again, going 3-0 in all the games he played. He went 55 for 81 for a completion total of about 68%. He threw for 587 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, and no picks. Basically, an interception-less playoff for Tom Brady, with a QB rating of 109.4 during that time, en route to helping the Patriots clinch their second straight Super Bowl, their third in 4 years. Again, looking pretty goddamn good. Maybe you won't see another Super Bowl from Brady for a while. So, but you will still see playoff stats, but you just will not see, The 2005 season, a 28-year-old Tom Brady once again took the field for the Pats, notching up a 10-6-0 record, completing 334 passes on 530 attempts for a 63% passing completion rate. He also stepped up his passing yards game by throwing 4,110 yards for 26 touchdowns and 14 picks. For that year, notching himself a QB rating of 92.3. Not bad at all for Tom Brady. In 2005, he suffered his first playoff loss. He notched a 1-1 record in the playoffs, went 35 for 63 for a completion rate of 55.6. He went for 542 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Basically ended the Patriots season basically just dead at its tracks. You can't win them all, I guess, folks. But it happens to the best of them. The 2006 season, obviously Tom Brady again took the mound for the Pats. This time he got his record back up from the previous year's 10-6 to now a 12-4 record, completing 319 passes off 516 attempts for 61.8% completion rate. He threw for 3,529 passing yards for 24 touchdowns and 12 interceptions for that year with a QB rating of 87.9. But in the basically a rating of 87.9, but this is also the first year of the QBR, or basically what ESPN introduced as the quarterback rating. Though this one that one will rarely be mentioned and will just stick to passer rating. But 87.9 was that result. And again, this helped the Patriots to the playoffs. Now, how did it do? Well, Brady again went out there for the Patriots, this time going 2-1. It went 70 for 119 for about a 58.8% completion rate, 724 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, but 4 interceptions with a passer rating of 76.5. Look at, again, you cannot win them all, but certainly a dent in the legacy of one great one. In the 2007 season, things would dramatically change. This was the 18-1 season. Well, we won't discuss what the hell happened in the Super Bowl because I don't want to talk about it. Fuck you. But we will say he went 16-0. He went 398 for 578 for a completion total of about 69%. Nice. He went for 4,806 passing yards for 50 touchdowns and 8 interceptions with a passer rating of 117.2, the highest passer rating of his NFL career. Now, again, that was the biggest momentum shift that anyone's seen from him at that point. Let's talk about the 2007 playoffs, though. He went 2-1 with a 77 for 109 for 70.6% completion rate, threw for 737 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. Obviously, we know what happened in the Super Bowl. I'm not talking about it. Fuck you. That ended what could have been the greatest team in NFL history to do so. In 2008, however, he didn't even see the field. During the Week 1 opener against the Kansas City Chiefs in the 2008 season, Tom Brady suffered a torn ACL, basically taking him out for the pretty much for the entire season. And what was a blow to the Patriots? In that one game he started, he did get the win, by the way. He went 7 for 11 for a completion rate of 63.6 and threw for 76 yards with a passer rating on that season with 83.9. Now, that's not bad, but remember, this was a Patriots team that wanted to go 11-5 and missing the playoffs without Tom Brady. But who was the QB that took over for Tom Brady? It was Matt Castle. Somebody led the Patriots to 11-5, but just couldn't get the pass to the playoffs. Hey, it happens. In the 2009 season, Brady comes back from injury and tries his best once again, notching a 10-6-0 record for 371 completions on 565 attempts for a total of 65.7% completion rate. At this point, I'm going to start rounding those because fuck that. He went for about 4,400 passing yards, 28 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions with a passer rating of 96.2. And he gets back to the playoffs, but doesn't win a single game this time. He went 23 for 42 for 55% completion rate for 154 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. As the Patriots postseason, that season was cut short. In the 2010 season, Brady once again comes on back, and he once again goes 14-2. Not the last time we'd see that. Actually, yes, it is. It is the last time we'd see that. Okay. So he goes 14-2, completing 324 passes out of 492 attempts for a 66% completion rate, going for an even 3,900 passing yards, 36 touchdown passes, and 4 interceptions, which has been the lowest in a full season, I believe, since 2007 when he got 8 only. But not bad showing for Brady on that season. He also got himself a nice passer rating of 111.0. In the playoffs in 2010, Brady, again, he didn't win any games that year, but it's okay. He went 29 for 45 for 65% completion rate. Just shy of 300 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception with a passer rating of 89 all. You see what I'm doing? I'm trying to be, logistical when I'm doing this, but I'm trying my best, guys. In 2011, Brady again comes back into the fold, leads his team to a 13-3 record. He completed 401 passes off of 611 attempts for about 66% completion rate. He completed 4,398 passing yards, 28 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. Once again, free 4 of 666. No, I'm sorry. He went for 5,235 passing yards, 39 touchdown passes, and 12 interceptions, with a passer rating of 105.6. Not terrible at all for Tom Brady, to say the least. And then Brady here goes 2 for 1, 75 for 111 for 68% completion rate, 878 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 4 picks. But unfortunately, this was the year that the Giants happened again. By the way, his passer rating was 100.4. I don't know, man. So the 2012 season, Brady once again comes back. And for the next 2 seasons between the 2012 season and the 2013 season, he went 12-4 for both of them. No, I'm sorry, for the next 3 seasons. 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. So for the next 4 seasons, he goes 12-4. Basically, he's consistent 12-4 for the next 4 years at this point. 12, 13, 14, and 15. So he goes in 2012, he went 401 for 637 for 63% completion rate, 4,827 passing yards, 34 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions for a passer rating of 98.7. In the playoffs, again, Brady did well, going 1 for 1, 1-1. He went 54 for 94 for a 58% completion rate, 664 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, as the Patriots failed to make it to the playoffs again. The 2013 season, we don't need to say the record because we already said it. The 2013 season, he went 380 for 628 for 60.5% completion rate, 4,343 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, with a QB rating of 87.3. And in the playoffs, because he makes it for the playoffs for the rest of his career at this point. In 2013, he went 1 for 1, 1-1. Brady 7 for 63 for about 59% completion rate, 475 passing yards, a touchdown, no interceptions, with a rating of 87.7. Patriots don't win a Super Bowl that year. A lot of people are upset, which happens. But again, Peyton Manning. Whatever. But in 2014, things start to change again. He went 373 yards, passes rather, for 582 on 582 completion. Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys. It's like 2-something in the morning. Please forgive me. He went 373 for 582 for a 64% completion rate, 4,109 passing yards, for 33 touchdowns and 9 interceptions, with a rating of 97.4. In the playoffs, though, Brady once again prevails, going a perfect 3-0 in the playoffs. Went 93 for 135 for, again, a 69% completion rate. Nice. 921 passing yards, 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, with a rating of 100.3. As the Patriots beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, thanks to Malcolm Butler, for Brady's 4th ring. Bling, bling. And in the 2015 season now, Brady again goes 12-4. The last time he'd do that for a little while. He went 402 for 624 for 65% completion rate. 4,770 yards were thrown, 36 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, with a passer rating of 102.2. In the playoffs, he doesn't get back to the Super Bowl because Peyton Manning was on his last hurrah. He goes 1 for 1, 37 for 63 for a 59% completion rate again. No, I'm sorry, 56. 612 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, with a rating of 76.6. At least Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl before he went out. In the 2017 season, he goes 13. The 2016 season, he went 11-1-0. 11-1-0. That's interesting. He went 291 for 432 with a 67% completion rate. He went 3,554 passing yards, 28 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, with a passer rating of 112.2. But we all know what happened in these playoffs. We all know damn well what the fuck happened in these playoffs. He went 3-0 on 93 for 142 for 65.5% completion rate, 1,137 completion yards, 7 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, with a rating of 97.7. We all know what happened in the Super Bowl. 28-3, 28-3, 28-3, 28-3, 28-3. Fuck the Falcons. Yeah. In 2017, he goes 13-3. He completes 385 passes out of 581 attempts for a 66.3% completion rate. He throws for 4,577 passing yards, 32 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions, with a rating of 102.8. In the playoffs, Brady, damn it. He goes 2-1, 89 for 139 for a 64% completion rate, 1,132 passing yards, 8 touchdowns, no interceptions, with a rating of 108.6 as they fall to Philadelphia in the Super Bowl. But the 2018 season now, oh boy. So Brady goes into the season. He takes his team to 11-5. He leads his team to a 370. He goes 375 for 570 for a total of 66% completion rate. He throws for 4,355 passing yards, 29 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions for a passer rating of 97.7. In the playoffs, he goes 3-0, 85 for 125 with a 68% completion rate, 953 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions, with a rating of 85.8. But he does win his 6th Super Bowl. And that would be his last one with the Patriots. We'll get to what happens in a little bit. In the 2019 season, his final season in New England, he went 12-4. He completed 373 out of 613 for a total of 61% completion rate. He threw 4,057 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions, with a rating of 88 all. And in the playoffs, he fell apart. Didn't win a single playoff game, losing in the wild card to the Titans. He went 20 for 37 with a 54% completion rate, 209 passing yards, and a single interception, with a rating of 59.4. So, well, that was the last hurrah for Brady in New England, because in that offseason, he signs a 2-year deal with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and somehow gets Rob Gronkowski to join him. Go fucking figure, right? So in the 2020 season, his first season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he leads his team to 11-5. He completes 401 passes out of 610 for 66% completion rate. He throws for 4,633 passing yards, 40 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions, with a passer rating of 102.2. And in the playoffs, he does magic. He goes undefeated, 4-0 for the first time. Went 81 for 138 for a 59% completion rate, 1,061 passing yards, 10 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions with a rating of 98.1. And he would help the Buccaneers get their second Super Bowl, Brady with his 7th and final. Let's go to his final season, the 2021 season, this past season. He started all 17 games. He went 13-4, 485 completions on 719 attempts for 67.5% completion rate. He throws for a record 5,316 passing yards, 43 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions with a rating of 102.1. And in the playoffs, he goes out one last time. He goes 1-1, 59 for 91 for 65% completion rate, threw an even 600 passing yards, 3 touchdowns and interception with a rating of 90 all. As they lose in the NFC divisional round to the Los Angeles Rams. And then we all saw what happened Saturday. The retirement announcement was fucking botched by Adam Schefter. Fuck you, dude. But on Tuesday, the 1st of February, 2022, Tom Brady officially announced his retirement. In his 22-year career, Tom Brady went a combined 243 wins, 73 losses, and no ties. He has never tied. He has completed 7,263 passes for 11,317 attempts with a career completion percentage of 64.2%. He has thrown an NFL record of 84,520 passing yards, an NFL record 624 touchdown passes, and 103 interceptions. He goes out with a NFL. Oh, and my phone just died. And basically, Tom Brady now goes out as the best quarterback to ever play in the NFL of all time. But what's next for Brady? You can be damn sure it's Canton. I mean, I want to say a few words to myself before I wrap up this video about Brady. Tom, for 20 fucking years, you gave us Patriots fans hope. You brought us glory. You brought us success. You brought us everything. You brought us all of the goddamn enjoyment that we could have ever felt. We enjoyed football for so long here, and you are a big reason as to why football became a mainstream source of entertainment in New England. Doesn't have to be just Massachusetts, but Rhode Island, Connecticut, everywhere else. You are a big inspiration for young QBs that are just up and coming or they're still playing. Tom, from the bottom of our heart, thank you. Thank you for one hell of a fucking career. Thank you for the 6 rings. Thank you for everything. We don't owe you a damn thing. Actually, no, you don't owe us a damn thing, but we owe you the world and back. Now, I hope you enjoyed retirement. I hope you enjoyed Giselle. We enjoyed the kids. And just enjoy retirement, dude. Your career was very well accomplished, very well deserved, and the best 6th-round pick that the world has ever seen. And in your words to Robert Kraft, the best draft choice in New England Patriot history. Anyways, that will do it for the Tom Brady special. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like. Comment down below if you guys want to see anything next. If you have not done so already, subscribe and join the Illogical Nation. Till next time, je suis le logique canadien. Bonne nuit et au revoir.